Do you know the tragic reason why Top Fuel class is now raised to just 1,000 feet when once it was to the quarter mile? We go back to 2008 and it's the qualifying rounds of the NHRA Lucas Oil Championship at Old Bridge in New Jersey. This is Scott Coletta and he was lined up as one of the participants in the Funny Car Championship that day. Top Fuel funny cars run at over 300 miles an hour and near the end of the race Scott's car blew up and lost control at over 300 miles an hour. The car continued and eventually crashed very heavily at the end of the sand trap at the end of the runoff. I'm not going to show the video itself, I don't want to show fatalities on this page. During the investigation after the fatal crash, the NHRA decided to temporarily install a 1,000-foot limit whilst they carried out the detailed investigation, which would take some time. After the NHRA had concluded investigations, they found that the rear wheels were still powered as the clutch hadn't disengaged as it should have done, and unfortunately, even though it's a 2,000 foot plus runoff area into sand trap into a concrete wall, it just wasn't enough to scrub off enough speed. Scott was still putting braking and steering input in the whole time, but in final impact into a concrete wall, he reached over 200 Gs of deceleration, and unfortunately this of course proved the fatal blow. So from 2008 onwards, the NHRA decided that for Top Fuel, the fastest classes there, all reaching over 300 miles an hour, in fact over 340 miles an hour for Top Fuel funny cars now, that the 1,000-foot shorter limit gives a longer extra 320 feet shut-off area effectively. A few years after, 2012 onwards, European drag racing, the FIA, also approved the 1,000-foot limit. In Australia and other parts still do race to the quarter mile, but for the time being, US and Europe will now continue to race at 1,000 feet. To some purists, the quarter mile is the drag racing length, and I understand what they mean in one sense, but also in the bigger picture, and of course to avoid fatalities, 1,000 foot can still be just as exciting. I mean, speeds of over 340 miles an hour are still being achieved. It's incredible. Thanks for watching, and if you love drag racing, please do follow for more.